My name is Michael, having a coffee again. I know, but it's important to have enough coffee because otherwise you're not gonna take very good pictures. No. Have you ever read that advice anywhere? Probably not. Anyway, I just came back from a trip through Switzerland and Venice. And in Switzerland we have been on a photography job, and Venice was just for fun. So I took the Fuji X-H1 to Venice to take some beautiful pictures and of course to record some video for you guys. Well, unfortunately I didn't manage to create a vlog over there because it was so busy and I had just one day. But having in mind that I had just one day, I'm pretty amazed about what I was able to capture in that beautiful city. Although I brought a lot of Fuji lenses with me, there was the 18-55, the 16 1.4, the 23, the 35 and the 56. So I had all my lenses with me, but that was mostly because of the photography job we had before that. And I found that I was just using the 23 again. Oh, it's getting too bright, sorry. But then I found the 16 is too wide for Venice. So I wanted to be a little bit tighter and I put on the 23, and the 23 was fine for really almost everything that I was capturing there. First of all, let me show you the video that I put together. And the music for that video was recorded on the streets of Venice, where some street musicians played, and I thought it would create an awesome mood for that little video that I put together. Might be a little hectic, but hey, that's what I got. So enjoy this video right now. So isn't that an awesome video? I hope you get to experience a little bit of Venice that way. Yeah, you might need to watch that video again and again because I cut it so fast that it matches the music. Kind of hectic, but well, you should go to Venice. But anyway, I still do have a lot of photographs that I also want to share with you. So let's go into Lightroom to do that. So we are now in Lightroom. I have selected 28 of a total of 545 images. These are my favorite images from Venice. Let's scale them up a little bit. And just to reconsider, I spent only one day there and I was doing video and photo at the same time. So this is what I got, and I think that's a good result. So let's go through them. The first few images are shot on the 16 1.4, as I told you. You can see the settings on the upper right corner of the screen, and yeah, this is not one of the best shots, but it certainly represents the mood of the city pretty good. And this is the original image. You can see the exposure is pretty hard, because the shadows down here are almost disappearing and the highlights are almost too bright. But I think this is the way that you would expose for that. And this is what I got afterwards. So you can see the detail and highlight recovery works pretty well, and I'm fine with that. I don't need all the detail down there, but I would need all the detail from right here, which was, yeah, almost gone in the original exposure. An image that I particularly really like is this one. Now this could have been improved if that building right here wouldn't be in the frame, but you see I caught that bird inside the lamp, which was quite nice. And I also enjoyed this the sky and the way the clouds looked on that day. Again, this is the original before and after. Let's go to the next one. Little spider webs with the sun coming through from behind. I like those little details. But yeah, let's move on to the next image. Right now my computer starts to get really slow because of the screen record at the same time. Now this is a view that you get quite a lot in Venice. You get the water and the buildings, and I think that looks really nice, especially with this little boat right here. Now there has not been a lot of post-production in this image because the original file looks just like that. Yeah, you might have seen that I changed the profile, and I like the modern 6 profile in Adobe Lightroom quite a lot because it creates beautiful colors. I think these match the mood of the city pretty good. Anyway, yeah, I would like to show you the other profiles that you can have here, but the computer is really working hard on that. Yeah, you should definitely check them out. I think they came out in Lightroom 7.3, but I'm not quite sure. And seems like accidentally I clicked on Modern 3, which is also kind of nice, but I think the colors are too warm. So I switched to Modern 6 again, and this is what I'll keep for most of the images that we'll discuss right now. What you can do in Venice quite often is this framing with these arches in the front. They are pretty everywhere, and I think they make a good foreground, and they help you hiding things in the frame that you don't want. Here's another example of that arch in the foreground, and this little boat driving by was just nice little foreground. You see this repetitive pattern in the back, and yeah, it gives you an extra layer in your image. Let's check out this bird. This was shot directly at the fish market in Venice, and there are plenty of these birds, and they are really big, and yeah, they're used to people, so you can take photos of them pretty easily. There also is this kind of art. It's not graffiti, it's like a paper glued to the wall, and yeah, which is kind of discussing all the tourists coming to Venice and going to shopping, and you see maybe they also ate a little too much, but yeah, that's just probably some art of some local artist in Venice. Yeah, again, I really enjoy reflections and shooting water, and I like the fence in the reflection. I like the water, the color of the water. And I think probably you must have recognized some of the scenes from the little video that I edited from this trip. And I always tried to take video and photo from each situation and from each opportunity that I got, but it wasn't always possible. Yeah, this was art as well, so it would be pretty hard to take a bad picture of that because it was just such a nice piece. I couldn't walk by without taking a photo. Yeah, another canal. Nothing much to talk about here. Just gonna show you the before and after. Yeah, you see I'm here on Modern 3. I think I might switch that to Modern 6 or maybe Modern 1 because I like the punchy colors in here. Let's see if we need to recover some of the highlights over there. I shot this pretty open, so this area is out of focus, and the focus is right here in the back, so it doesn't really matter. Let's go to this local artist painting beautiful images from the town. Let me show you what he does. Beautiful stuff. Image, yeah, now the image is loaded. Very beautiful stuff, and I was really surprised about the prices of these paintings. And I don't know his prices, but we saw beautiful paintings for like 10 euros, 15 euros, which is pretty cheap. I would have guessed they would charge more for that. As I told you, all of these images now have been shot on the 23. And it's just like this one. I couldn't think of a much better composition if I had another focal length, because I like to have these layers in my image. So I wouldn't get much closer if I had a longer focal length on my camera. Same with this one. This is the same building with the same lens. And you see, maybe if this one has too much negative space for you, then you could have as well shot this image with the same lens. Yeah, I might need to reduce the highlights on that one as well a little bit. Yeah, it's much better. Oh, I have Modern 1. I like the blue tone of the Modern 6. Now this one is a little too much, but I like this one. Yeah, let's keep it like that. You see, I'm always switching, and the hard thing in photography is that you're never finished with an image. And there are so many ways in which you can edit that it's quite hard to find an end and to define an image as ready and done. Okay, this next image here is the only image that I edited in black and white. Now, I would really think that if you have a dramatic sky or dramatic lighting situation, you can shoot awesome black and white shots in Venice. But we got this beautiful colors and the beautiful sunlight, so I decided to stay with color. But this image, if I switch to color, you see there is not a lot of color in there. So I decided to go for black and white because I have these strong leading lines, and you know, these pigeons, they're also just black and white. So who needs color in that shot? This image right here, I think this piece of art might be from the same artist that we saw earlier. And I like the kind of framing that this area here gives the artwork. And with the flowers on top, you have this black and white and this colorful contrast on top. And I mean, check out this image. I don't even get the meaning of that, but who knows? Maybe we should contact the Endless Artist to have us explain what he wants to say with this piece of art. But anyway, I thought it was quite interesting, so I took a shot.
of buildings that frame this church right here. But one of my favorite shots was this one here. This mosque was really big. It was huge. I think it was, yeah, at least like 1 meter or 1.50 meters in length. And I don't know what they're doing with that, but it's gonna look awesome when it's ready. I think it's almost finished. Have a look at all the detail in there, and I think it's really crafted really nicely. Beautiful shot. I shot this in a side alley where there were no people, and this thing was just lying around there to probably to wait for the paint to dry or something. So we have another bird drinking. And this was one of the situations where I was really hoping that I'd be able to get photo and video, because yeah, sometimes, you know, birds, they don't wait for you to finish what you need to do. But this one did, and I was pretty happy. Yeah, let's go through some more images. I don't think that I need to explain something about every image. Here's a nice reflection on the wall and on the windows. I really like the colors and stuff, you know. Looks really nice. Yeah. Just while we're talking about birds that they don't wait for you, here you can see what I mean. This bird was just on its way away from me to didn't want to get photographed anymore, but I still managed to get him. And on this image, I really wished I would have been in a continuous shooting mode, because I just snapped one frame. But you know, composition is not great, but yeah, I'm pretty happy that I got it. And maybe I could do something about the composition, crop it a little bit. I think it looks much better, and crop a little bit from this side as well, maybe up until here. Yeah, it's better, but it's not perfect. So yeah, it was just that situation that you need to react and be quick, and yeah, you're happy with that, what you get, or you need to go there again. Yeah, this one is a color image, but I think yeah, I'll do that one in black and white as well. So this is the black and white version. Color doesn't actually make a lot of sense in that image, so let's leave it in black and white. Yeah, and these are the images that I picked, that I shot in one day in Venice. And let me show you one more thing that I really like to do when I'm in Lightroom. I really like to combine images to transport a feeling of a photo shoot or a trip that I went on. And the way I do that is I pick the images from the grid, and then I go into a comparison mode in which the images then can nicely work together, and this way I can also check if the editing needs some tweaking to have the images better work together. That's usually the way I do it. Let's take this one as well, and another one that I really liked was that one. Let's go back in this view, and now you can see how these images work together really nicely. And although a lot of them have quite a lot of negative space around the subject, there's nothing that distracts from your main subject, or my main subject. So keep that in mind when you take pictures, to play around with negative space and You know, if you take this one for example, if you would frame it like that, or even closer, you know, if you had a zoom lens, you would probably go in all the way, probably up until here. And I think this shot really gets quite boring if you get that close, because it doesn't give you a feeling of where the bird is and what surrounds him, and you might forget about all the nice water ripples and reflections and the fence right here. And yeah, sometimes I like to keep my main subject pretty small in the frame. Same is true for this painter, same is true for that boat, same is true for that church. You know, you have that foreground, you have the tree and the lamp on top. And I think, you know, I could have also taken a shot like that, like a portrait orientation, just like that. You know, it's also a great shot, but oh no, I don't want to delete it. It's also a great shot, but it doesn't give you the feeling of being there. And that's why I really recommend that you don't get too close to your subject. Let's go back to the framing that I had. Yeah. So yeah, that's it for Lightroom.
Okay, these were the images. I hope you enjoyed watching these photos with me and getting a look into my work. If you liked this video, please leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and of course, leave a thumbs up. See you next time, guys. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.